I'm Gary Powell, Coach Certified Health Coach with Take Shape for Life. The video that you're about to see is the result of several friends and family asking if I would be willing to host a cooking class. I hope you enjoy learning how to make some of my favorite lean and green meals. And remember, eat healthy. Welcome back. Today's recipe is kind of a special one because it's not one of my family recipes. It's actually not one that I even tried before getting ready for this episode. A subscriber a few weeks back asked if I would be willing to tackle a project for her and try to rework one of her favorite family recipes. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make Fideo soup or Sopa de Fideo. Denise, I hope this fits the bill. For this recipe you're going to need 1.5 pounds of Roma tomatoes, 20 ounces of cooked Italian turkey sausage, a 1/4 cup of water, 1 canned Chipotle chili, 2 cloves of garlic that have been peeled, 2 tablespoons of onion, cilantro, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 12 ounces of spaghetti squash that's been cooked, and 2 cups of low sodium chicken broth. Now, one note about the low sodium chicken broth, if you've ever gone to the store and compared, reduced sodium chicken broth and low sodium chicken broth are not the same things. Reduced sodium chicken broth still has about 540 milligrams of sodium per serving, where low sodium chicken broth has only about 140 milligrams per serving. So make sure you grab the low sodium and not just reduced sodium chicken broth. Traditional Fideo soup is made with toasted spaghetti noodles or angel hair pasta, which obviously we can't do in a 5-in-1 compliant recipe. So we're going to replace that with spaghetti squash. Now, they usually toast it so that it gets a nutty flavor, but if you've ever worked with spaghetti squash before, you know it's a very water-dense vegetable, so it doesn't brown up very easily. So one trick that I'd like to show you is just by taking your spaghetti squash and either in a clean paper towel or dishcloth, you just want to take it and you want to press it and try and remove as much excess water as you can before you try to saute that and brown it up. While your spaghetti squash is sauteing in the stock pot, you can go ahead and start making the tomato puree that's going to be the base for your soup. Into your food processor or your blender, you're going to add the 1/4 cup of water, the 1/2 teaspoon of salt, the 2 cloves of garlic, the chipotle pepper, the 2 tablespoons of onion, and you can start adding your Roma tomatoes. You're going to puree this until it is nice and smooth and no lumps remain. Once your puree is all done, you come over to the stock pot and you can see you got some nice dark color on there. So if your squash has not gotten caramelized yet, give it a little bit more time. Maybe crank up the heat a little bit because I promise it will start to toast for you. But to your stock pot, now you're going to just add the sausage, the chicken broth, and your tomato puree. You're going to want to mix this together and bring it to a boil. And once it does boil, you're just going to cover it, and over medium-high heat, you're going to let it cook together for about 15 minutes. After it's cooked together for about 15 minutes, you're just going to garnish it with just a little bit of cilantro at the very end. And there you have it. Now, obviously, I had to change a few things out. I couldn't use actual spaghetti. I had to use spaghetti squash. And since beans aren't allowed on the 5-in-1, I had to change out the protein to the turkey sausage. But Denise, I hope your family really enjoys this new reworked recipe as much as they like the original. A family favorite, reimagined. Sopa de Fideo. That's what's for dinner. And remember, eat healthy.